Hi, this is me, Madan Kumar, Assistant Professor, Satyam Verma Institute of Science and Technology. Yes, in last class we had discussed about free jet experiment. In today's class we are going to see about wall jet experiment. So, you know very well about the free jet experimentation and procedure and how to calculate the velocity of the jet. Okay, so here for wall jet also we require the velocity of the flow. So, in order to determine velocity of the flow, first I am going to have the flow here. Let me check the power as of this, and then I have turn on the flow here, right? And I have fixed the RPM of up to 80 volt. So 80 volt is the RPM I have set here, right? So now for 80 volt, okay, you could be able to find the value of H1 and H2. That is the RPS meter, which is filled with mercury, and then here this is the pitot-static tube H1 and H2, which has been known by the pitot-static tube. So in this H1 and H2 differences has been known out, and then we will get to know about the equipment facilities of wall jet pump. So first here define the value of H1 and H2 of this mercury manometer and then pitot tube. Okay, so what is the value here? So the value is 12.5, and then here it is 12.5, right, and here it is 12.8. So 12.5 and 12.8 is the RPS meter reading. So here we have the RPS meter, right? So here jet velocity H1 H2 is there. So I had entered the value of 12.5 and 12.8 as H1 H2 reading of this RPS meter. We have to enter the jet velocity reading also. So this jet velocity reading has been gotten here. So this value is about 19.5 and this value is about 21. So 19.5 and 21. So 19.5 and 21 is said to be the value of jet velocity. So while I am entering the value, okay, the jet velocity value has been calculated automatically. So here the values are given in centimeters. So I have to reformulate this value of h. So I am going to divide this by 100, right? So that I can have the accurate velocity. So what is my jet velocity for 80 meter per second for 80 voltage? It is 15.5. Okay, so now for this 15.5 meter per second, velocity has been impacting on the ball. So this is the wall jet experiment. Okay, we'll be having the wall here. Right, now what I am going to do is I am going to do this for a minute, right? So now I am going to ensure the collective action of this plastic, right? So I am just doing this module, right? I am just going to take this pitot-static board, okay, which has been in recessible position, and now I am moving this particular wall jet in a position. So what is my position? My X position is about 25 centimeter. So my X position is 25 centimeter. I have to move it. So here you will be seeing here. Yeah, I had been set the angle for 270 degree for this, right? For this as 90 degree. So we will be having two inclination of angle. So one is your 90 degree and the other one is your 270 degree. Right? I had said it. So now this jet has been getting and impacted in this wall. So what happens to the wall pressure distribution? So the ultimate aim of this wall jet pressure experiment is that, okay, so we will be having jet deflectors. So which has been found for thrust vectoring and thrust reversal. So for deflecting the jet, okay, we need the calculate kind arrangement, or we may have the aerofoil or aerofoil shaped pouches. So currently we will be following this technique for finding out the pressure distribution over the wall. So how much will be the pressure impact? So how much load has been delivered to the plate. So we can calculate pressure distribution as well as load acting on the plant. So for this particular jet velocity of 15 meter per second, we are going to find the pressure distribution. So here you will be found some of the walls here. So it will be found here. So this is said to be the position of x-axis. So this is said to be your x-axis and this is said to be your y-axis. So your x-axis is 0 here. So 0, and then you will be having 2 here, and then 4 here. So 0, 2, 4, and then minus 2, minus 4 is the x-axis arrangement. And then you will be having y-axis as 0, 2, 4, okay, and then 0, minus 2, 4. So total. So from this 9 static force, we are going to determine the pressure distribution or static pressure change. So for this 9 force of 0, 2, 4, and then 0, minus 2, minus 4 of x-axis, and 0, 2, 4, and 0, minus 2, minus 4 of y-axis, we will be calculating the various h values. So these static pressure readings are taken in order, and I am going to enter the readings as per the Excel sheet order. Okay, so for position 0, okay, so this is my first position 0. Okay, the value is 23.7. okay, so the value of reading is 23.7. so first H1 is for 0 it was 23.7. so this is your H1 value, right? And then for minus 2, now for minus 2, so X is for minus 2, so for minus 2 you will be having 23 point, yes, here you will be having the value of 0, minus 2, minus 4. Okay, so minus 2 is 23.5. So I will be having 23.5. So 23.5 I am noting here, right? That is your S2. And then for minus 4. So next one we are having minus 4. So for this reading minus 4. Okay. So I will be having this reading. Okay. So 23.5. So again it is having 23.5 in this 4. Okay, and then for plus 2, right? So for plus 2, so plus 2 is the next reading. So next reading is 23.3. So 23.3. Okay, and then next one after that, okay, you will be having 24.5. Okay, you will be having highest reading as 24.5. 24.5. Okay, and then what is your last one? So last one is your y-axis. Now we are going for y-axis. So for y-axis, we will be having 23.5. So 23.5. Okay, and then for y-axis fourth one, okay, we will be having the same one, 23.5, and yes, and then we will be having minus 2 reading. Right, we will be having minus 2 reading. So this is set to be 23.3. Okay, so this is set to be 23.3. And then what is your H9? So the H9 is the set to be the 9th reading, last reading. So this last reading is 23.7. So 23.7. So for each velocity, for each port, okay, your value of pressure is calculated. So what is the pressure? So as per the formula, we have H. Okay, so this H has been taken and then it has been multiplied with respect to 100 by 1.22. So it is not like pressure P1 is not in the order of 10 power 8 because I didn't convert. These units are in centimeter, right? So I have to ensure the property that I have to divide this by 100, right? So when I am divided by 100, okay, I will be getting the value like this, right? So I can also drag it on to calculate the other reading, right? Yes. Here you are verifying that the pressure which is getting impacted on the wall jet is said to be greater than the atmospheric pressure or lesser than the atmospheric pressure. So this pressure variation has been plotted. So we will be having 1903380. So we have the 10 power 6 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1.9. So the pressure, the static pressure which has been impacted on this particular 0 is said to be 1.9. That is said to be the center of the impact of the region, that is center of impact of the region. So when you keep away from the axis, okay, you will get to notify that the pressure is decreasing on the x-axis plane, and then suddenly on the y-axis plane the pressure is getting increasing, and suddenly after y-axis the pressure will be decreasing. Right? So in this way we will be calculating the pressure variation or pressure distribution along the wall. Okay, so now I have been calculated for this particular region. Okay, that is for 90 degree. So theta 90 degree represents this position. Okay, so that is 270 degree is set to be the 90 degree. So now I am going to tilt it by 260 degree. So when I am going to tilt this by 260 degree, right? So I can do this, right? And I can type this. Okay, so now it will be standing by 260 degree. Now you can note down the pressure variation table. Okay, so such like you are going to have the readings and the calculation. So that is here this 260 degree represents 80 degree in this graph. Okay, and you will be getting to multiply all the 9 H readings, 9 static pressure readings, and you will be going to calculate how much will be the pressure distribution which has been concentrated on the wall. Right? And on studying this experiment, okay, what we need to be able to do is we have to deflect the jet. Okay, we are deviating the jet by means of the spectra controlling. So for thrust vessels and all, okay, you may see the jets. Okay, so in the jetty wings, where the side panels will be opening, where we are keeping the flat plates still. Okay, and the overall thrust has been, the reverse thrust has been coming out, and it will be hitting on the wall, but we have to ensure that the heat which has been produced, okay, by the exhaust jet wouldn't damage the wall. So in order to resist the wall, okay, we are just making the surface coatings, and we are also ensure that in order to withstand that we need the proper material for withstanding that particular temperature. So such a way we are doing some higher level experiment. So this lower level experiment, this will be fundamental thing that how this wall jet must be getting impacted with the jets, and not only this, okay, we can also make this wall jet experiment that has to be matched with the jet deflectors. So jet deflectors is the thing which we have been used in launching vehicles. So launching vehicles means we have ISRO, and we have many launching session. Okay, stationary rotor. So in that we find that during a launch of a rocket, okay, so all the rocket exhaust will be coming and hitting on the ground. So under the ground, okay, they will provide some disturbance. So that jet deflectors are getting deviated the jet path, and they will reduce the acoustical sound, because during a launch, okay, nobody will be entering around 10 to 15 kilometers around. Okay, so before 15 kilometers, we were standing because we were not permitted to enter into this 10 kilometers around because of acoustical effect, that is sound effects. So the jet exhaust will create large amount of sound. So in order to deviate that sound, we are keeping the deflector at the bottom where the rocket is going to launch. Okay, so for that also we need this basic study of experiment. So we can demonstrate many things on the experiment. We can record this object, and then here we are keeping the flat plate. So instead of flat plate, we can also keep the jet deflectors. So jet deflectors is nothing but I have been already told you, and then flat deflectors. So jet flat deflector is nothing but we have the engine. Okay, so the engine exhaust. Okay, we will be thrust reversing and then thrust vectoring the holder, so that the walls have experience with high amount of thrust of jets which will be getting impacted on the wall, which created the overall distribution. So we have to check the pressure distribution and acoustical effect on it, right? So after this we will finish the experiment, and I am going to take the readings for this particular 270 degree, and I will update you in this Excel sheet manual for assignment, and you have to just make some calculation. You just copy and paste this on this particular user manual Excel sheet, and then you have to plot these 9 readings. You have to plot these 9 readings with respect to x-axis and y-axis, and you have to mention the pressure contours. That is, in terms of circle radius you have to draw, and you have to draw the variations of the pressure distribution variation in terms of contours. Okay, that is the variations of circular. So how to plot it by circle and all I will tell you. Okay, and later I will tell you details, right? So that's it. Okay. So after this small bit is going. That's my. Thank you.